As the holiday season is coming to an end, I've been doing some self-reflecting, mostly about parties and social gatherings, and how I act, or the way I am in those type of scenarios or situations. And I'm going to be honest, I am so damn awkward. And I've always been like that. And I've come to the point of my life where I've learned to accept it and view it as it's not a bad thing. I'm not a bad person, or I'm not weird or anything like that. I mean, some people might think I'm weird, but in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't matter. And for such a long time of my life, it would frustrate me a lot. Like, there were times when I was younger, I would literally just come home from a gathering or some type of party, and I knew I was all, like, I feel it while I'm there, right? And if you're someone like me that's maybe introverted, deals with social anxiety, you know the feeling that you feel just very awkward. You feel so uncomfortable. You don't feel comfortable in your own skin while you're at these places. And there were a few times where I would come home and I would just literally lay in my bed and cry about it, because I felt there was something that was wrong with me, and I just felt so very different, and no one understood what it was like for me to feel the way I felt during those gatherings, right? And again, it's more specifically big groups of people that I don't know or I'm not familiar with. And a large part of it, which I have recently realized, is it's very hard for me to conversate with people while I'm at these events or gatherings or parties, because I don't know what it is, but I've, again, self-reflecting and just kind of living in the moment and just kind of analyzing myself. There's, when you're at these places, right, there's so many conversations going on at once. And in my brain, in my head, it overwhelms me to the point that I can't even focus on, I could be talking to somebody and I can't focus because, I'm hearing bits and pieces of this person's conversation, and I don't want to. I want to focus on the person I'm talking to, but I can't. It's something, I don't know if it's something with my brain or whatever it is, and I'm curious to see if other people deal with this, because this is something I've recently realized, that this has always been a thing for me, and it's very hard for me to have just a one-on-one or just a group conversation while I'm at these places, because again, like I said, my brain is going in a million different areas, because like I said, everyone's talking there, right? And there's a million different conversations going on, and my body's getting pulled in 10 different directions, and it's very overwhelming and stressful. And I'm not the type of person to jump into a conversation. If there's a group of people that are talking, right, and I'm just happen to be in their, area, zone, whatever you want to call it, I'm not going to jump in and add input or add something. If I'm not familiar with these people, if I don't know these people, I've always been like that. And I don't think, I used to think that I was weird or there was something wrong with me, that I wouldn't be so, you don't have to be a social butterfly. And I guess for a very long time, it really bothered me. And I would dread going to these places, and it would really just get at me. And then it's you always have the people, right? There's always somebody that's going to be oh, you're quiet. I'm just sitting there minding my own business. And it's always the person that's just yapping. And then all of a sudden they'll stop talking for 5 seconds and they have to say something because they love hearing their self talk. And they go up to me and it's wow, you're quiet. It's just oh, thanks. If you wanted me to talk, maybe you could ask me something instead of just saying, oh, you're quiet. If I went up to them and said, oh, you're loud, I would be rude, right? That would be disrespectful. But no, people can come up to you and call you quiet, right? And that's no problem. But yeah, that stuff, it really used to get to me. But now I'm at a point in my life where I've learned to accept it. And I don't really care what people may think about me or say about me, or wonder why I'm so quiet, or wonder, why I'm so weird. I feel it on my face. And I think that's the most annoying part that still bothers me, is I wish I could hide it, but, and maybe I'm just in my head, But even, my fiance's like, yeah, you look like you just don't want to be here. And it's like, I'm trying not to. Like, I try to smile and I'm trying to, look like I'm having a good time, but when you're so uncomfortable in your own skin, it's so hard. You can't fake it. You can't fake it. And I also don't like being around people when they get super drunk and I'm in like, a large group of people that are drunk, because it just makes me very uncomfortable. Like, I don't know, everyone's acting rowdy and it's like, I don't know. It's just a thing that I'm just like, okay, like, I need to go over here. You guys can stay over here. And, I don't know. And like, I was sitting at this New Year's Eve party and I was just thinking in my head, like, I want to start a merch, like a clothing brand line. And it just says, I don't talk at parties. And like, it's just like hoodies, like t-shirts, like it just says on the shirt, and I don't talk at parties, or I don't talk at weddings, because a big gathering that I hate going to are weddings. And like, I don't like saying I hate these things, because like when I go to like people's, maybe it's a birthday party or a holiday party, or, someone getting married, whether it's a family member or a friend, I don't want to be like rude, right? I don't want to come across as like a, prick and being like, nah, I don't want to go to your, your party or your wedding. I don't want to be like that, because it's it's special for the person that's, hosting it. And, it's nothing personal for them. It's just, I don't know, but I've definitely have grown and learned to accept that I'm just extremely awkward at these events, at these social gatherings. And there's nothing wrong. That's just the way I'm wired. I've gotten better. I have came out of my shell a little bit, but it's just who I am. It's who I'm wired to be. And a lot of you, I'm sure, that may be watching this video and you clicked on the title, maybe you can relate to, feeling like you're awkward, or you've been told you're awkward, because I've been told I'm awkward plenty of times. And it's like, I don't care anymore. It's like, yeah, I'm awkward, I guess. I don't know what you want me to say. It's just, I don't like, everyone has their own discomforts and uncomfortable situations. And that just happens to be one of mine. And it's like, it used to really frustrate me, because, and like I said, like, I'm being so, honest about, and just being real about going home and just literally laying in my bed and crying about it, because I just felt like just such like a misfit or an outcast, like, just because I couldn't, like, I'm great when it's like one-on-one people, like if I'm out with like a friend or just a couple, like a 2 or 3 friends. But when I go out and we got like, 2 or 3 other people coming here, and then 5 people this person knows, and it's like, I'm not like rude. Like, it's not that I don't want these people to be around. Like, I'm not being like that. It's just, it's not comfortable for me. It puts me in just a very awkward situation. And I know it shouldn't. It sounds kind of dumb, but it's just the way I am. I'm very reserved around people I don't know. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. And yeah, I just kind of wanted to share my experience. And, like I said, I've been doing some self-reflecting over the last month and a half with all the, holidays, Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's, the normal gatherings, get-togethers, parties, whatever you want to call them. And, I just really was just kind of looking back on it and how I felt during those moments. And I was trying to pinpoint it and just be a little more observant about how I'm feeling and why I'm feeling this and what's making me feel like this. And yeah, like I said, I've come to the conclusion where I don't care anymore, and I accept me for who I am. And you should do the same. Don't let anyone make you feel weird. Don't let anyone make you feel less of a person because you might not be very social in these environments, or very, happy-go-lucky, a social butterfly. And there's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with having social anxiety or being awkward in certain scenarios. It's how some of us are wired. And I am one of those people that are just wired that way. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it for this video. I would love to hear some of your guys' thoughts on this topic. Let me know in the comments down below if you related to anything that I said. I love reading your guys' comments. Supports have been crazy, and I really do appreciate everything. All the likes, comments, subscribers, I really do appreciate it. But I'm about to end this video here. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.